Hello, today I'm going to show you a great graphing app for teachers and students called Desmos. So to start, you can just click Desmos into Google. Pretty easy. We'll just click on the first one that shows up, and this is Desmos homepage here. We're just going to click Start Graphing. So it loads up pretty quick. So to start, we just have our graph, blank graph here, and we can just put some simple lines in to begin with. So we're going to start with y equals 2. And you can type it in, or if you'd like, you can use these functions. Equals 2. So now we see our line pop up along 2 for y. If we follow this back to where x is 0, we find our y-intercept. 0 for x, 2 for y. Now, if we put in value for x, such as x equals 4, now we see a vertical line along 4 for x. So if we follow this back to where it meets 0 for y, we find our x-intercept. Now, since we also have two lines, we can find the intersection point between the two. This will be here at 4, 2. This is great for me because I'm someone who always gets the x's and y's mixed up. So to see that x is 4 and y is 2, I can see very simply and easily that the x is first and the y is second. This is very helpful when you get into later with the equations. So those are simple equations. Now let's put something a little more complex in there, something we may see in algebra class a lot. So let's put in y equals 2x plus 4. Okay, and we can just grab and scroll, click and scroll to move around on our page. So we have y equals 2x plus 4. 4 is our y-intercept, and 2 is our slope. So we rise 2 and run 1. Up 2 over 1. Consistently. So now if we put another equation in, such as y equals 4x plus 2, now we see our y-intercept at 2 and our slope of 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. So the slope is 4 and the y-intercept is 2. Now we can see the intersection between these two equations is at 1, 6. So these two equations intersect at 1, 6. So this is a great way to show your students this, or just have them work it out on their own if they're having a little trouble. Now, of course, all day we could use algebraic equations, but I think another great way to use this app is to use it for conversions. So if we start with a really simple conversion equation, such as y equals 2.2x. Zoom out a little bit. So if you need to zoom, this zoom in and zoom out bar over here will help you. So I have y equals 2.2x. So this seems like a pretty simple equation, but this is actually the equation for converting kilograms to pounds. It's something that has to be done internationally thousands of times a day, millions maybe, for shipping and things like that. So we can just follow along the line and see what the weight conversion is. So 1.89 kilograms will be 4.158 pounds. So say we know how much, you you don't know how much you weigh in kilograms, but you know how much you weigh in pounds. So we'll take my weight for instance. I weigh 150 pounds. So we punch in y equals 150. And now we zoom out to find out where that 150 is. Here it is. Let me see it. And we just find the intersection point. So I weigh 150 pounds. I would weigh 68.12 kilograms. So a little over 68 kilograms I weigh. And you could use this for anybody's weight. You just plug the weight into here, and a very easy way to convert. So that's a very simple conversion. For a little bit more complex conversion, a little more advanced, let's put in y equals 1.8 x plus 32. Zoom out a little bit. We can see our graph. So we have our y-intercept at 0, 32. So when y is 0, when x is 0, y is 32. So if it's 0, and this is actually the conversion for Celsius to Fahrenheit. So when it's 0 degrees Celsius, it is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And when it's 0 degrees Fahrenheit, it's negative 17.778 degrees Celsius. So this is all well and useful if you know your Celsius temperature. But say we don't know the Celsius temperature. Say we know that's 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So we go x equals 100, and we find our intersection point. So when it's 100 degrees Fahrenheit out, it's 212 degrees Celsius. Now you can just go plug in today's temperature and see how much it is in Fahrenheit, or from Fahrenheit to Celsius. These are just a couple of ways you can use this app. A couple of cool ways I thought of. The possibilities are really endless. You could use this in many ways to show your students or to help them practice. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you use this in the near future. Thank you.